6 local school campuses were placed on lockdown this morning. We have details on the threat that prompted it. Demonstrators take to the streets in Chico to protest federal funding cuts. And your input is needed to help determine where new emergency sirens should be located in one area county.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news, several schools went under lockdown today in Yuba County. We have the alert that went out to parents. This is what it looked like. This was from the school district. The sheriff's office says at 8:30 this morning, it got a report from Yuba Gardens Elementary about a caller making a threat toward the school. As a precaution, all schools were placed on lockdown with a deputy stationed at each campus. 6 schools were impacted in all, and we're being told that the lockdowns have been lifted now at all but 2, which have yet to receive the all clear. We are also following breaking news in Chico, where police are responding to an active situation involving a wanted felony suspect. This is near Hickory and West 3rd Streets. They're asking you to avoid the area, but we have learned that that suspect is now in custody. We do have a reporter at the scene, and we'll bring you more details online and on tonight's news. Governor Gavin Newsom just delivered his final State of the State address, laying out his agenda for his last year at the helm. It is the first year since 2022 that the governor delivered an in-person speech before state lawmakers. He addressed several issues, including the budget, homelessness, health care costs, and crime. It comes as Newsom eyes a possible run for president in 2028.
We're supporting local law enforcement. We're also supporting, with the help of the California Highway Patrol, a force that's been bolstered by the addition of 1,000 new officers. And here are the results. Here are the results. We have seen double-digit decreases in crime overall in the state of California.
The address comes as, again, Newsom eyes a possible run for president. We will bring you full reaction from both parties on tonight's news. This is a live lookout from the Doe Mill Road Alert California camera in Butte County. You're seeing blue skies today. Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding has a look at what to expect.
Well, good afternoon, Linda. We are taking a look at infrared satellite, a 36-hour loop, and we're on the tail end of this loop right here, looking at some clearer skies out there for today after some pretty active weather as you look back at this loop here as we did move through portions of last night, early this morning. Still a couple of lingering snow showers in the northern mountains, but looks here from Shasta Lake, for example, in Shasta County, we're seeing lots of clear sky and sunshine for today. So that precip outlook a lot lower for today. We'll still see 30s and 40s up there in the northern mountains with the light northwest wind 10 to 15. As you head down towards the southern Cascades and the Sierra, we'll see more of those 30s and 40s for today, but plenty of sunshine in the forecast. The foothills stuck in the 40s to near 50 for today, and in the valley we'll see temperatures in the 50s. Plenty of sunshine, so be sure to step outside and soak that up. We'll talk about your forecast in more detail coming up.
All right, thank you, Mikkel. Well, you may have seen some protesters in front of the Social Security Administration office in Chico this morning. You can see here they gathered along East Lassen Avenue. When we spoke with the demonstrators, they said they were there to speak up about general Social Security cuts. Some even had signs protesting ICE, but ICE was not the main focus of this demonstration. A memorial service at Redding's lone homeless shelter took place this morning. 21 people who lost their lives to homelessness over the past year were honored by friends and the community. Attendees sang prayer songs like Amazing Grace to commemorate those they were remembering. 21 people also placed 1 flower each into a vase, with each flower representing someone they wanted to honor. People were also able to speak about who those people were, remembering what made them special.
The people that are going through trauma out there in the street, they still have a really good heart inside. It's just buried. So please be patient, be kind, be loving, be gentle, and be helpful and empathetic.
For the closing prayer, community members read a Bible passage from chapter 21, again honoring the 21 lives lost. Yuba County's Office of Emergency Services is proposing new siren alarm towers to help alert people during emergencies or natural disasters. The county shared a photo of the one used by Olivehurst Public Utility District. Residents are asked to weigh in on where the siren should be placed and about the county's overall plans for effective emergency notifications. We have a link on our website where you can learn more. Just head to actionnewsnow.com and click on News and then News Links. The Shasta County Sheriff's Office says a jail inmate is back in custody after trying to escape while being treated at the hospital. Investigators say 26-year-old Jordan Moore was taken to the hospital after jumping from an upper level to a lower level at the jail, and that he attacked the two deputies who were guarding him at the hospital, telling them to shoot him. Moore was returned to the Shasta County Jail, where he now faces additional charges of assault on a peace officer and attempted escape. The Senate today moved forward with a resolution to block President Trump from using the military within or against Venezuela without congressional approval. It passed 52 to 47, with 5 Republicans voting with all 47 Democrats. The measure is expected to be in front of the full Senate next week. The president has threatened a second wave of attacks after he authorized a military operation that seized Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. Natalie Brand brings us the latest from Washington.
President Trump hasn't given a timeline for how long the U.S. could be running Venezuela, but suggested it could be years in an interview with the New York Times. He also said the interim government is, quote, giving us everything that we feel is necessary.
We have tremendous control and leverage over what those interim authorities are doing and are able to do.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the leverage comes from the U.S. quarantine of sanctioned oil. The administration says the U.S. will control sales, giving money to Venezuela.
This is an insane plan. They are talking about stealing the Venezuelan oil at gunpoint for a period of time undefined as leverage to micromanage the country.
Amid uncertainty in the region and growing tensions with neighboring Colombia, President Trump also took a call from that country's leader aimed at bringing down the temperature.
No podemos bajar la guardia.
After the call, President Gustavo Petro announced he accepted an invitation for a future meeting at the White House, saying he hopes for peaceful dialogue. Secretary of State Marco Rubio also says he will meet with Danish officials next week as talk has escalated about the Trump administration's desire to acquire Greenland.
Greenland is a very proud people. It's a very, very proud country, and we are part of the Kingdom of Denmark, and we are very proud of that.
Leaders in Greenland, a semi-autonomous Danish territory, have said the island is not for sale. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Venezuela's interior minister now says at least 100 people were killed during Saturday's raid to capture Nicolas Maduro. A Chico man who fled Venezuela says he was happy to see the U.S. capture of Maduro. Carlos España left Venezuela in 2021 and now lives in Butte County. He said his family fled Venezuela because of Maduro and his policies. They came to the U.S. under temporary protective status. He still worries for family that's still in Caracas.
My dad called me and I was surprised because he said they're bombing Caracas, which is the capital of Venezuela. And I said, ain't no way, can be true. It have to be another AI video. Could sound crazy, but there was a time in Venezuela where we didn't have any food in the stores. So you can get gas here easy. I just go to the gas station like a normal thing. That sounds crazy too.
España said while living in Venezuela, they had to wait weeks for gas and had empty store shelves. He recently graduated from Butte College and now attends Chico State. The final reveal for the finished Feather River Art Project is Saturday. A guest joins us next with details on how you can take part.